Megumi, which we kind of already know a lot about her storyline, especially with A's storyline last time, knowing that the cat is just straight up some kind of hologram or something, and that she's about to be trying to shoot people with a nanomachine injector gun. Well, hey, that was a fun thing, that tutorial. That means that Megumi was the first character that I did a storyline with. It's funny to think that we're doing her so late as of now.
So what does changing the channel actually do?
It changes the channel. That's nothing.
I mean, okay. I feel
well,
like
you remember how every one of the characters has like a routine that they do? Megumi's is that she comes in here, she changes the channel, and she puts on an apron and makes dinner.
I see. Okay.
It's
but
it's all very involved to just get the story going.
I mean, in fairness, we have seen a TV that talks back to us, like in is it Shiyamaguchi?
Oh man, we haven't even talked about Miyuki Inaba for a really long time, have we? That's like an important part of the whole, wacky nonsense that's going on here.
Mm-hmm. You are so frustrated by this game.
I am incredibly. I mean, we were just talking about that before I started up the episode, where I'm sitting here, I'm trying to obscure things as much as possible for you because I don't want you guessing things too early, but I'm also trying to explain things to the audience so they're not getting bored or have no idea what's going on. Mm-hmm. All for a series that maybe 3 people are even watching up to this point.
Also, I have to say, most of the people who are probably watching this are probably, have already played the game. They know exactly what's going to happen. And they're actually watching this for my reaction. I guess, would it even be, who would watch this for my reaction? But, I mean, like...
I don't know.
Also,
somebody, certainly.
Your reaction to this, the second time. Like, you've already...
They're here to hear us talk about nuts.
You've played this entire game at this point, and you know everything that's going to happen, and you know what's going on.
Yeah, I even got like all of the mystery files or whatever.
This is your second reaction to this, and it's just like, what do we do? What do we do? How do we do?
Most difficult series on the channel, right?
Yeah.
It's not just a gun, it's a magical...
Well, anyway, we got this fake cat who's not a robot, but in fact some kind of hologram or whatever. And he's making you shoot people with... I mean, I figured this out pretty quickly, even in my original playthrough, where it's like, okay, you're like injecting the people with the nanomachines they need to actually pilot the Sentinels. That's kind of the thing, right?
Okay.
Because, these guys got to get nanomachines in them somehow.
Oh, so the nanomachines... We inject them with nanomachines so they can become the pilots of the Sentinels. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
Why does the cat care about this? Well, the cat seems to... I guess the cat wants to save the world from the stuff, and to do that, we're going to need more people that can actually pilot the damn things.
The cat... It's kind of an ironic twist, because right now we're trying to shoot Gendo so that we can get into the car for so that Shinji can make Gendo get into the Aegis, so to speak.
Which, I mean, of course, would be the more sensible alternative, but that's not how that story works, right?
I mean, I'm assuming the cat is Jiro Kurabe. That's the only reason I'm saying that. I don't know if that even makes sense.
That's the funny thing, because it's like, there's no reason why you would assume that, right? Except for the fact that you know that Megumi is paired up with Jiro.
Yeah.
I mean, they live together, for God's sake.
And counter that, Miura, we already know is the robot.
We know now, between like Miura and Natsuno, that if there's like a second important character, it's going to be a character important to that person, right?
Yeah.
And there's only 13 characters that actually exist in the game. So
yeah, so it's a little bit like, and if somebody is an adult, it's almost certainly going to be an older version of one of the kids. Like, that's just the logic.
Yeah, I mean, they set that up very quickly with, what was that, in Jiro's storyline originally, and then in Fuyasaka's storyline.
Don't look over here.
Yeah, because we found out about Tetsuya Ida being Shu Hamaguchi in Jiro's storyline, and then Fuyusaka, the blah blah blah.
So she can only see. Oh, she can only see the cat because the cat is like part of the nanomachine program. Like,
Yeah, it's like a nanomachine hallucination or a hologram or whatever you want to call it.
Well-
Because of course it's not a real cat. Like there is nothing in this game that has prompted that as of just yet.
in fact, I would say so. The cat is like represents the AI, the rogue AI, which created the Sentinels. Or is that right?
The rogue AI, the what now?
The rogue the 246 program that goes rogue.
Oh yeah, the 426. No, 426
426.
apparently was a prisoner, but we also know that that like human consciousness can be transferred between robots with like Mira. You remember that? So presumably 426 was a human and is now an AI who we last saw possessing a robot of Tomi Kisaragi. Which, by the way, there's robots in this game. It's hard to even remember that it's like that. We got to factor that into everything right now.
Well, the robots were created by the grandma character, who's the world expert in AI.
Tamao Karabe.
Actually, she's the one who created the AI.
At least the 2188 version of her is apparently an AI expert.
Yeah, the professor.
It might be the same version of her, or it might be an alternate loop. We now have confirmed that if we're not doing whatever a time loop is, it seems like time is split off into a like separate timeline, like we saw with the world in 1944. But it's just like if we do like a loop, I guess that resets everything or something, or maybe it just goes into a different timeline, or maybe it just goes into a different set of timelines, something like that.
Oh, I see. Okay, so no, I wasn't listening to you. I was just thinking about this. So I'm realizing that at some point in this whole thing, all of the 13 characters are gonna get shot one time, or one character's going to get shot. They only get shot once. Necessarily, like they might get shot other times, like when they're getting killed, perhaps. But they get one shot at least, each of them, so that they have the AI, and that has to precede anything in their story where they pilot a Sentinel. So that tells us a lot. Like, it means that if you go back and you watch, you see anyone getting shot, you're like, oh, okay, so that's the time when that character got infected, and everything after that is potentially their pilot.
Well, there are multiple guns that exist in the game. The nanomachine gun has a very specific look to it. Like the gun that A uses, for example, is like it's more or less like a phaser, it's Star Trek style, where it makes people pass out, and I don't think is supposed to be nanomachines. Whereas the one that Megumi uses, I know that we have also seen that the future Jiro scene where Jiro was killing all those children,
right,
was killing all those main characters. He was shot with that, which means that he probably wasn't killed, but just passed out, because we found out that more or less you kind of fall unconscious for a couple minutes or something whenever you get nanomachine injected.
Yeah. By the way, what is with the cat? No, I forgot what I was going to say. No. Something with Megumi. I'll think of it.
This gun.
Yeah, there you go. That's what that gun looks like if you're looking for it in other scenes.
Okay, what was the deal that Megumi made with the cat? What, like, it said that they made a deal with
the cat is going to turn Jiro Karabe back into Jiro Izumi. You remember Jiro Izumi is more or less like Jiro Prime. When they were fighting against the kaiju back in 2020 or 2060, I don't remember which one. That's when Tsukasa, Jiro, and Shinamone got infected with DD426, which is a nanomachine virus that causes them to have amnesia.
Okay.
All right.
And that is different from the normal. Okay, so that is different from the infection that allows them to pilot the Sentinels. Those are two different things.
Different than the infection with what?
In fact, like the thing where you shoot them and then they're able to pilot the Sentinels later.
No, that just seems to be something. That seems to be like additional. Like it's something in addition. Like they had to have the nanomachines in the first place, and then the nanomachines that they had that allowed them to pilot Sentinels got infected because they were in the Sentinels when the virus was sent out.
Okay.
I already got ramen with Amiguchi-kun.
Now, does DD426 have something to do with 426? Is it 426?
Is it 2040 or is it from 2064?
Oh my god! Every single time, it's not. That's not even the right. It's not even the. That's not even the thing.
Okay.
Well, anyway, Juro is more or less cured of DD426 because he got the personality synthesis. Everybody and Tsukasa seemingly didn't get infected with it, or maybe he also got a personality synthesis, but was also able to retain his personality in some way. I don't know.
Okay.
Because he seems to continue to have memory of the past in whatever way.
Okay.
But he is not affected. But he does not have amnesia.
Now we know that
Shinamone and A are you know they don't know they don't know anything.
So it's evident that Megumi and Jiro are like in love in some way. I don't know.
Oh,
if
it's very Megumi is in love with Juro Izumi.
And Jiro Karabi is just like this person that
Juro Karabe
is just a different person
is
for the
very
personality.
scared of Megumi and like wants to keep his distance with her because he had that dream where as an adult he was shooting her with gun.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, I wonder why he would have such a weird dream.
Yes, I wonder why. When we know that there's now a cat messing around with his memories
Uh-huh.
to try and make him back into Juro Izumi.
Uh-huh.
Although that wasn't Juro Izumi, well, I mean, it was, but that might have been a different version of him, or it might have been him from the future.
I didn't know you were into action movies.
Oh, and I remember this.
Why
scene-
would he have those memories in particular,
Okay,
though,
we
is
saw- we
a
did-
question that we don't have answered just yet.
This is a scene we saw in the prologue.
That series is really cool.
And then
Probably.
Yep, and then his friend comes by and is like, "Hey, Juro, hey Karabe."
Yeah,
talking to a girl."
Kyuta Shiba.
Yes.
We haven't really seen. He's not one of the Sentinel pilots, so he doesn't appear in other storylines as much. You know that we only have 13 important characters in this game.
I know the friend is going to be somebody else.
To be a witch.
How would that even? I mean, yeah, probably.
I can't tell if you're.
You know, in all likelihood, it's probably also Shu Amaguchi somehow.
You're
It's
part
just
of the
like,
game.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Joe. You only actually have one friend who's just 3 different people.
My conspiracy theory is that you describing this to me is part of the plot. Somehow you're misleading me in key ways.
I said earlier in the episode that I am purposely misleading you because I don't want you to figure out things too quickly.
Oh, okay. So this, but you're answering.
That's right. I'm entirely forthright about lying.
Okay, so this is Fuyusaka, and then Juro Karabe is, you know, oh man, that is so it's like such a complex the relationships here are so complex, and I think the only really gift that clue that they gave us is these characters are associated with each other, so if you see something happening to one of them,
I mean,
it probably will affect the other one.
Metagaming the plot is still kind of an incredible thing, but I enjoy that you're on to something here.
To wait for them.
Yeah.
Because obviously I know you're on to something here. But do you know exactly what you're on to?
I don't. Oh, it's also weird that we're in the Karabe household, which is where we know where the gates are, and that's where the cat is too. Like it seems like these.
The
key
gates are at
locations.
the temple, which is, as far as I know, not near the Karabe household.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Thanks.
And in the science room in the school. Those are the 2 gates. And also you can just we can use the Sentinels as like a time taxi, as I said in the last episode.
Right. I think we should assume anywhere the cat shows up is one of those places, though.
When school.
Yeah, I mean, it could be he could be from the gate. He
'Cause
could be like being projected from the gate.
If the
That's
cat
all.
is a hallucination and the cat has a location, if you see what I'm saying, like there has.
Yeah, true. It's like we see him near the school.
Like,
All right.
Why would the cat be
Right.
hanging around in? You know what I mean? Like, why would the cat be hanging around in a location? If that makes sense. Like,
Yeah, right. If it's a hallucination.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have anything better to do. I don't know.
Like, just walk on by, pretend you don't see me. Well, he could just not show up then.
He's coming.
True.
Or he could just move into the most convenient location so that it doesn't matter.
You better
Like,
not forget.
I'm assuming.
I mean,
There's some-
really, if the cat, why would it even be appearing as a cat in the first place? Is of course the obvious question too.
And why is it important that Karabi not see him? Is that because he would recognize him and be able to, like, it would trip his memories? And I feel like that's another one of those things, like, just,
You're
like,
still growing.
Something like that.
Ramen's all you eat.
I mean,
You won't get the
and
company
that's
you
true though. It's like
And
it's
if
the
the
entire
cat
thing
is
of
purely
why
hallucin-
even. Like it could just be the voice of God if it was like a hallucination or
the
something.
cat. Have
right?
other characters heard the talking cat?
Yeah, A did.
Okay. Hey.
We saw in the last episode A was talking to the cat and the cat was taunting him.
Henry Winkler's favorite character. No, I can't make that funny.
Wenry Hinkler, yes.
Yeah. When we hit.
It's then again, there's a lot of things in this game that
53
I would
minutes
say
left.
that, especially knowing how the entire game works, there's a lot of things that I would just be like, why did they make it like that?
No, I think now that I've got this cat to anchor on, like, I feel like the game is.
Well, that's good because that's a major part of Megumi's storyline. I mean, in fact, I would actually say mostly the only part of Megumi's storyline.
I mean, it almost feels like her main mechanic at this point is just to have the cat show up for her.
Have the cat show up and kind of
Give her
to
instructions.
get her to shoot people with gun.
Yeah.
Teacher asked me to carry this stuff.
Now, if the cat's a hallucination, how did it get a gun?
I have to go.
My guy, I don't know.
For me.
Actually, no. You did say like, yeah, the cat is associated with the gate, so I guess it
I think
that would be the obvious thing. Right?
also the cat is a collective hallucination of anyone who has been shot with the Sentinels. I think. That's a guess.
and I mean, here's
Or has
More
been
hints.
infected with the 426 thing.
There's nobody here.
In fact, it could be that the 426 is using
Where are you
Megumi
hiding?
to get them to get her to shoot everyone.
Kitty, kitty.
That's just a hunch though. Like these are feeling like, you know, there's a lot of different directions this could go. But I mean, like, that's the skeleton of a plot
But
there.
we were just over
Like-
there.
sort of, more or less.
Come on, it's
Yeah.
time to work.
I mean, and then there's also your further hints that like yes, cat not real, but there's apparently a real cat, but that's not this one. The cat there is a real cat, and then there is the hallucination cat.
So I just shoot him and his powers will be sealed.
And yeah, and also, does she have
Now,
amnesia?
there could be one.
She does not.
She does not, because she remembers Joe's in
He's
the
got a
place.
very naughty
Remember, the only people that have amnesia are the people who were in the battle in the 2060s, which were Juro, Tsukasa, A, and Shinamone.
Okay, yeah.
And Tsukasa, and obviously Juro's kind of been cured, sort of, in a way.
So
Tsukasa doesn't seem to be suffering from it. Maybe it got out of there before anything happened. I don't know. The dude is like the creator of the dude is the creator, sort of.
so I see.
I mean, the Sentinels apparently originally came from 2188, but he says he's the one who created them. So maybe he had something there to
How badly would
prevent
it hurt
him from
if I were to be
getting
Yeah.
infected with that.
Well, I
but then
mean-
Shinamone and A got the amnesia.
So I was explaining how nanomachines could explain any possible contrivance you could ever imagine, I was actually really close with that. That's actually kind of what's happening.
Well, boy, were you?
And,
It's like, yeah, when you know about the fucking cat, it's yeah.
well, it's the nanomachines that do it for me.
And I
'cause
I didn't want it to be that way, but it just is. What are you gonna say?
I'm comforted by the idea that I'm so stupid that I'm not gonna put enough of the dots together, even when I have like these prescient observations about where the plot is going.
Well, okay, I guess I'll spoil this at least in the future. Nanomachines are not going to be plot spackle for everything.
Okay.
They're not going to be papering over every single plot hole or explanation that you could possibly imagine with lol nanomachines.
Okay. They won't do that. Okay, good.
No, it's way dumber than that. Anyway.
Oh, wow. Huh. Well.
He's not here.
Well, this leaves us. in
I've
an interesting
already
place.
alluded to the fact that I think this game goes in some dumb directions by the end, but
Okay.
you know.
Well, we'll get to see it together. Well, actually,
We'll get to see it together as just
There's no one here.
well, yeah. That's why.
Maybe he made a mistake.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what I like about nonlinearity. We get all the information and we know what's significant ahead of time, and so it's just it's it's a beginning. middle, and
I said
end,
so many
but it's
times
all
in the last
chopped up.
episode that there's just no good way to do this series. I'm
Yeah.
trying my best here. There's no good way to do
Back
it.
then.
So wait, why is Miro? Wait, that's A.
That's A.
We just did A.
I think this.
Second guy.
I think A, when he appears in other characters' storyline like Fuyasaka, that he has not been hit by the amnesia yet, or he hasn't been hit by it real bad. So when he appeared in Fuyasaka, Shinanome's, and now Megumi's storyline, this is pre-amnesia A,
Also,
or at least only mild amnesia.
the
A.
reason
I don't know.
Miro has a hat is to distinguish him from A, or vice versa. I think they would look too similar otherwise.
I don't think they look that similar.
Similar haircut. I mean, how many ways can you distinguish these characters from one another?
Well, yeah, but we rarely ever, we never see. How do you know if this haircut is similar? We never see Miro without a hat on.
It sounds like you're
when
lying
he's
to me.
Except
That
when
sounds like a
you know,
lie.
during the very rare times that he takes it off as part of one of his animations.
Yeah, I suppose. Maybe the hat is the thing that's given him the powers.
Yes. What are his powers? Oh yeah, he's also got a huge scar on his forehead. Did you forget about that?
Oh, yeah, that's
Where are
right.
you?
I did for a second until right now.
Still be in there.
Let's see. Okay. What's happening? Someone's getting out.
It's a time gate, but I didn't know that at the time, so I just was standing there.
Oh, okay.
Huh? Yeah? Oh, okay.
Oh, I just got to escape.
Yeah, it's like you're not supposed to be there.
Juro!
Hey, Joe Izumi. You seem
This
like
is a flashback to the point where I guess Jiro first got infected with the nanomachine virus, the
Okay.
nanomachine amnesia virus.
You're still alive.
amnesia. No,
Yes,
amnesia.
banamnesia.
Namonesia. NaNoWriMo.
It doesn't matter.
When he first got infected by NaNoWriMo.
Yes. It takes an entire month.
Right.
Which is too bad because he already got the personality synthesis.
There doesn't seem to be anyone around, but they have to
It's a
send
terrible
me
way to write a
somewhere.
novel, but it's a great way.
Terrible way to write a novel, but that's not the point.
Just have to
Yeah,
find
no,
them.
the point is to turn you into the rogue AI.
Point is to inspire people to create nanomachine rhinoceroses.
Juro,
What is the plural of rhinoceros?
Please, don't go.
There's only so many screens that they made for this area. I can go like 20 meters to the left, and that's about it.
Uh-huh.
but Juro, you're hurt. We need to get help.
Oh, be fine. Oh, no.
I need you to stay. Please.
Money and and this is why she's making a deal with the cat devil.
Yeah.
Because the emotional scenes that we had.
Uh-huh.
I can't see your face.
Why? Why did you get in that Sentinel?
Shinji.
You knew this is what would happen.
Yeah, I mean, if we didn't know about like the nanomachine virus, it's like staying inside of a Sentinel for a really long. We didn't even get like the chance to speculate on that. I was gonna pull that out at some point, where it's like, oh yeah, it's supposed to be like super taxing on the brain to be inside the Sentinel, and that's why they might have amnesia because like Jiro stayed in the Sentinel for too long. But we already know that there's a NaNoWriMo in his brain right now. So,
And
you know.
it's basically it's gonna infect him.
That again goes with the whole, like, there's no good way to do this series.
Yeah.
For once,
Hey.
all this.
Sec-
There he is. Wenry Hinkler's favorite character.
Uh-huh.
So, what's going on, eh?
Please, you have to help him.
The moment you enter
Well, I suppose we can give him a personality.
to your brain.
No, that's not the thing. He has NaNoWriMo. We've already established this.
Oh, we literally had this scene in the last one. Yeah, okay. Of course.
Just being
Yeah, it's
inside
like-
for a few minutes can be fatal.
Because it was there.
Izumi
okay.
endured that pain. He fought
That's like, yeah, that's the entire thing. But it's like we know he has NaNoWriMo because we've done so many other. See, it's like this
You
made.
understand, don't you?
If the game was more linear, well, not that it matters because it's all so out of order in the first place anyway.
Well, I think what it's
You can't ascribe an order to this game.
Well, in fairness, like I don't believe in the true canonical order to games. It's just me, you know. I don't believe that a plot has to be
That's
told
true. We
in-
did need the Church of 13 Sentinels to tell us the canon order of the stories.
The Church of 13 Sentinels. That would be a good name for the fan, from Last Wing.
Oh, that would have been good.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what did it have?
No.
I don't know. He's got like a little cross underneath the head.
Uh-huh. I mean, that's an Evangelion.
Man, okay, well, back to it.
Okay, once more into the Megumi.
It's
I guess Juro hasn't.
I don't know. It's like, we should have I guess we should have done Megumi earlier, but at the same
Well,
time,
then we would have had the same conversation.
God, I'm stuck in a loop. I'm saying the same thing over and over.
It's Inception.
Yeah, it's just like the characters themselves.
You're trying to lie to me about where we are, but you're also trying to tell the truth to the viewer, and I can tell only lies.
I respect the viewers more than you. I'm sorry to have you know this way.
And the guard is the other guard's brother, and you have to ask what would your brother tell me? That's how I have to do this.
Yes.
that plot
If
analysis.
if you were your brother, what door would you go into? Because that forces both of the gates to be
to
be false
to
gates,
be the opposite gate, yeah, and then
you want
They'd
to
have to
and then
say-
you want to
and then
use
you-
a not operator to turn it into the correct decision.
and then you choose the other one. Do they call the hamburger steak in Japan, or is that a different thing?
It's a Japanese thing.
Okay, that is interesting.
I'm home. Oh. What a
But yeah, logic gates.
Miracle.
And then if one could tell the truth or tell the lie, once again, you just want to funnel it through the false gate. It's all about funneling it through the false gate, you understand?
So you want to do the opposite?
Because it's easier to make things false than it is to make things true.
Uh-huh.
True things false than to make false things true.
That's true, or false.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, now we get to change the channel, make food, make that good vanillaware food, and not have dinner with Juro because again he remembers that dream that he had about killing Megumi.
Mm-hmm.
Mira, on the other hand, not having any dreams about killing Megumi because I guess he doesn't. He
wait. So even
okay. So we should actually go over this just real quick because
let's
it's something
do it.
I haven't really talked about for a while.
Are you sure?
All right.
What about you?
Characters that have wacky dreams of the future. We got Juro, we got Fuyasaka, but also one that you can overlook because she's not really a main character is Tamao Karabe. Tamao Karabe was being given like whatever sort of dream memory implants, the same ones that Fuyasaka was being given, except I guess for a different version of herself by Goto that we saw back in Mira's storyline. What does that mean? Draw your own conclusions.
Well, I mean, I assume Gota is given characters injections, and then what do the injections do? And then I don't have much context for this.
Well, we in Shinomone's storyline, we found out they're memory transplants. That's what's been
Oh.
happening.
So Fuyusaka
And I guess
into
and I guess
Morimura.
Juro's been getting those in an attempt to turn him back into Juro Izumi from being Juro Karabe. Fuyusaka's getting those, I guess, in an attempt for Morimura to survive past that one point where she dies, because maybe she already knew she was going to die at that point, something like that.
I see. So there's multiple versions, but they're also like just trying to overwrite people that are
Overwrite the original version of it. At least
Yeah.
Morimura seems to be doing that. Like I said, I think Juro's doing that because, of the whole deal that the cat has. Whatever the cat happens to be doing,
Yeah.
maybe injecting him with nanomachines on the sly or something. He's already got nanomachines in him. So because the cat's a nanomachine hallucination, it's somehow also messing around with him because it's being projected from the gate and they're close enough to the gate for that.
Does it have to be now?
Something like that.
Right now.
Okay, and so we know that Karabe's going to get in as soon as you do whatever you need.
Also,
to.
my
Yeah.
battery's low.
Now on to the next video store explosion.
But it's like, so there are 3 characters here that are getting memory transplants, is what I'm trying to say.
What happened before?
And what's up with Tamao getting memory transplants? I don't know. Maybe we'll figure out a little bit more about that in Goto's storyline.
Also, Miro is admitting that there's a time loop there, or is saying that there's a time loop, essentially. This is what happened before.
Ida did a time loop. Ida mentioned the time loop, not Mira.
No, I mean, Mira was saying this is what happened before. Like, he's seen this news story.
Oh no, I think he's referring to the fact that this is what happened in 1944 before the things attacked or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, well, I think it would make...
I don't think he's aware of time loops. At least maybe he is.
Well, the Miro doesn't...
He's not getting memory transplants is the thing. So he wouldn't be having dreams of the future.
He could still... Well, based on your theory, like, it could be that he's just going through the time loops again and again. And he is just becoming dimly aware of that. Maybe everyone is suffering from amnesia of some sort. It's just that some characters forget their identity and some characters just forget the day that it is or something. Like, they could be repeating the same day hundreds of times. And he's just...
Very interesting way to think about that.
Or just twice.
I don't know if we quite have any proof of that just yet.
It was
though.
just something that he said. He literally said this is what happened.
Yeah, it's
before.
one of those things where everything's going to have... You never know what's going to have meaning and what doesn't have meaning in this game.
But that does have meaning because you're pushing back against it, and your goal is to tell me only lies.
I mean, you got to remember that Mira also made that observation about how there was about like how he knew about how the house changed in the past too. And Mira also has all those 2188 things.
Also, there is magic apparently.
No, there's no fucking magic in this game.
Well, technology indistinguishable.
I think in this episode she does refer to Clark's third law at some point in time here. Curse obviously being DD4 through 6.
The curse.
It's obvious. I mean, it's the magic is the ability to use the Sentinels. The curse is the DD426. There you go. That's the entire fucking thing.
Okay. Oh man, I really wish I wasn't. Oh dang. Okay, that's it. That's the whole game.
That's it. No, there's a lot more stuff.
Oh. It sounds like that.
There's so much more stuff. We could spend the entire episode just trying to recap the events that have happened so far if we wanted to.
So that's it? That's it?
Yep, that's it. 13 Sentinels is over, everybody. Thanks for coming by. Really enjoyed my time here. Really enjoyed trying to make this fucking series work in any way.
Now,
I failed, but you know.
I've already forgotten what I've learned.
The 13 Sentinels experience.
Have you been at home the entire day?
What, you haven't been keeping everything that's happened in your head like some sort of intense juggling act?
Welcome back.
Well, I do know about fandoms, so it's possible that I could have done it.
I'm not hungry, actually.
He had because he had
boy.
ramen with Amaguchi-san.
Why do you care about
What?
Anyways,
That's why he doesn't want to eat.
Is that
That's why he don't want to eat right now.
just
He already had
treating me like a
food.
child.
Yeah, that was.
It
We
w-
did see him over at Amaguchi's place. You remember?
But that's probably no. I think they're just doing a character thing where
What's wrong?
he's just like upset that she's.
Well, no, the thing he's doing is it's like he wants to keep at arm's length away from Megumi because he shot her in his memory transplant dream.
Also, I think he's like he does feel like the way that she's treating him is like she's trying to like, she's trying to protect him so that she can get Azumi back.
Yes,
Failed to shoot
more or less.
And that's making him feel uncomfortable because he knows. Well, he feels like if he changes, he's going to become something dangerous. So yeah, this game has some. I guess you say it's a literary thing.
Oh, dude, we talked about that like way back in the first or second episode.
Yeah.
The like, hey, if you have a different personality, doesn't make you a different person, then it's just like, oh, game's got stuff to say about that.
Well, what if you take the discarded parts of a personality that were replaced, and you make a new personality out of that, so that the original ship of Theseus.
Oh, we're not gonna get that deep into it. Don't worry.
Okay.
Well, nothing that can be done about it.
Don't worry about that. Trust me.
But you better not screw up this time.
That's the second half of the ship of Theseus that people don't talk enough about.
Shoo Amiguchi.
Like, you replace everything in the ship of Theseus, right? And is it the same ship?
Also,
Okay. Well, what about all the parts that we discarded? What if we put them together and make a new ship out of that? Is that still the ship of Theseus? It's got all the same ingredients.
Yes, that's right.
It's the same pizza.
The reality is that the cat is not, in fact, trying to restore Jiro Izumi. It's taking all of Jiro Izumi's memories into itself so that Megumi will fall in love with the cat.
Is that true?
No, that is the stupidest sort of nonsense like explanation that I could possibly come up with for it. No, that's not true. I reach into the bowels of my memory and I'm like, what's the stupidest explanation I could come up with?
And I didn't think it was. Well, the thing is, I thought it was a little out there, but I
It
was
might
like,
as well be plausible, right?
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
13 Sentinels, baby.
I mean, in a way, it's funny because you immediately applied that ship of Theseus metaphor to the
To the stupidest explanation that you could come up with. We're gonna have this teenager fall in love with a cat.
Well, listen, that actually sounds like
That sounds vaguely like Alan Rickman.
that sounds like that's.
Which, I mean, to be fair, Alan Rickman does have a great voice.
You said that
still.
this game is popular among a very specific community. We may have
I
found
never said
community.
that.
Oh,
Great.
Did I ever say
that
that?
might have been something with Vanillaware.
gonna swing by the vending machines before.
Never mind.
I mean, I don't think Vanillaware is like the most popular games, but it's pretty well known.
Okay.
Well regarded.
Okay. I might have just been remembering. I was like rewatching the first episode earlier today.
In 13 Sentinels, misremembering what?
No, yeah. Hey, Fluffy. That's probably a cute cat, right? That's the point of the cat. The cat is to be a cute cat.
Oh, Shu's dad. Shu's dad is probably also Shu.
Did that character just appear out of nowhere?
We're out the target already.
What? Who?
Did that character, was that Fuyusaka?
No, that's Fuyusaka's friend,
Okay. Who
who's probably also Shu Amaguchi or something. Who
Okay.
cares? Who's probably also the cat, who is of course Juro.
Because it
you
looked like
know.
it appeared she appeared out of nowhere and ran to the right side. Like
Maybe she's also a hallucination by the nanomachines.
Is this part of the second gate? Like, is this one of the gates where they travel through time?
No, this is just the school gate.
Okay, because it's not the science. Okay.
I mean, it's right outside of the school, so you know.
It's
And there's one, and we all know that there's a gate.
I mean,
at
it's a gate. It's just
in the science
not
room.
A time gate. Yeah. Okay.
you I'd like to see, Amiguchi-kun.
That sort of deal.
Yeah, that's right. Wipe that smile off your face.
We just take out this gun right in front of you.
That's for every
My name is
smirk.
Yakushiji.
I mean, once again, we're going to be ending up shooting all the characters. The weird thing, though, the thing that's kind of incompatible with like the whole okay, she's shooting them up with nanomachines, is that she's also shooting people who already have nanomachines. Like for example, she was supposed to be shooting A, and she's supposed to be shooting Goto, but they already have nanomachines, so Maybe there's something more to that. I don't know.
This is actually a pretty funny scene.
Could also, I mean, like everybody has their own
Whoa.
nanomachines. Like they could be different. Like they could be different nanomachines so they can pilot different mechs, because we know that not everybody pilots the same mech that they did before. It's some bullshit like that, okay?
So when Jiro Karabe was saying that he wasn't lying, yeah, or that he wasn't mad. That
Oh yeah, we're
lying.
seeing the scene again, so you can see that she clearly just walks off screen. Walks on
Oh,
screen
she was
from
okay. Yeah, no, it looked
because like yeah,
is the way the
yeah,
framing
from this scene.
appears, yes.
I had to redo that scene because like it's some other nonsense that need to happen. Look, sometimes you don't trigger the flags that you need to, you know,
Okay, I understand. Yeah.
on your first pass through.
Oh, so this is from your second pass through the game?
I wonder if he.
No, not pass through the game. This is the second pass through this storyline, so I can make the storyline actually work.
Oh, okay.
Because otherwise the
Oh,
storyline
otherwise it
doesn't
just kind
work
of
when you're doing it
ends
like that.
somewhere and it just says to be continued or something.
All I have to do is shoot him.
All right.
It'll only
Anyway,
take
get to
a second.
shooting.
Yeah, come on.
Okay. Here we go.
That Shu Amaguchi's been having too much
Shoot
fun. at our
Amaguchi,
expense.
that's right.
Shoot Amaguchi. What are you doing here, Delinquent?
Oh no, Nenji's here. Oh god, we gotta do Nenji's storyline at some point in time, but we're gonna do both of them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I feel like we should just save that for the second half.
Yeah.
Although I don't think it's necessary.
What the hell is this thing? You're one dangerous girl.
But whatever, let's just do it.
And is this to be?
Hey, once
continued?
again, another one of the rare deaths you can have in the game.
I need to wait.
Oh, do you actually die? Like, do they shoot?
No, I mean when you die,
I see. Yeah.
It like fades to red real quick. We saw that in A's story.
Yeah, we saw
But
that.
like here, that was just like I imagined that. That was something I imagined.
That's what.
Anyway,
That's a bad end, but it's not like a bad end. If you get what I'm saying.
no, it's just like do it in a different way.
Uh-huh.
She could have just said, "I can't take the gun out here," but no. Instead, we got like an entire scene, and then it fades out to being like, I imagined that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird choice. I'm just saying.
Again?
It's a weird, very nitpicky choice.
Uh-huh.
Girls used to confess their love to me in front of him all the time.
Well, you're so charming, Shu.
Oh,
Amaguchi.
Sure is.
is that what this is about? I'm sorry.
Alright.
Really,
Oh, just take out the damn gun and shoot him.
it's for someone else.
That's not what I came here to tell you.
Come on.
Very awkward. So
Well, who is it, Shu? Actually, who is Shu paired up with?
No need to apologize.
I don't remember.
Hurt a little anyway. Mission accomplished.
This is Shu Amaguchi is pretty funny though. Like really, just is that who?
Don't worry, we'll be doing his character soon enough.
Wait, not that isn't Shu Amaguchi, is it? That's what's the friend's name?
Kyuta Shiba? You're talking about the Ryuji character.
Yes.
Hangs out with Shu sometimes.
So wait, that is
He's really
Shu?
more Juro's friend.
We are watching Shu right there. That was Shu.
That's Shu Amaguchi. That
Okay.
just got teleported into the robot. I mean, thereby confirming that, yeah, obviously these nanomachines that they're being injected with have something to do with the Sentinels.
Okay.
If probably allowing them to pilot them or doing for people that already have nanomachines, it's not clear why she needs to shoot them right now.
And then a giant
A nanomachine gun, in fact.
You saw everything?
But why did you...
What do you think?
It's for you, Jiro Izumi. It's
Okay.
all for you.
It's like, how much time-
Also, that's a good question. Where did it fly off to?
Wait. So is that Jiro Izumi?
No, that's Jiro Karabe.
Okay, I was gonna say.
He's confused as to what's going on right now.
Fluffy.
Shot him with a gun.
He must have come into contact with Miura too.
And
I don't know what that means.
has Jiro been shot?
He saw me do it.
I'll take care of it.
No, or maybe he has, but they're going to be getting a flashback of it later.
Oh, okay.
And make him forget everything.
I mean, I guess with the cat saying that he can manipulate memories, it's just like, that makes sense because, you know, he's supposed to be manipulating his memories right now. So I guess he has some kind of something going on.
He's actually probably gonna physically rip his brain apart and just put it back together. It's pretty gruesome.
It's not magic. No shit. What a stupid thing. Anyway, that is well before, Sentinels should be appearing in the storyline. We had this kind of like mentioned before, but you remember way, way early on in the game where Juro accidentally summoned a Sentinel into the middle of the city?
Uh-huh.
When they're referring to gas leaks and whatever, that's how they covered up the Sentinel suddenly appearing.
Oh, they just said...
Now, how did nobody realize that it was a giant fuck-off robot? I don't know. But let's just say they didn't. Maybe they got rid of it very quickly. Presumably, it's Ida's doing, because, Ida's kind of... He's also the head of all the Men in Black type of people, so he's be the sort of person getting conspiracies going.
You can't eat that for dinner.
But Shu having a robot right now is going to be a little bit harder to explain.
Okay.
I mean, I guess, speaking of that, there was also Miura appearing. He, can't get back to his robot because it's just gone right now. And that's probably Ida's doing as well.
Now to the ongoing story of the American
Something like that.
helicopter crash.
It's the ongoing story of the American helicopter crash. So that's how they explain that.
Okay.
By a US
There you go.
military helicopter clipped Sakura High School at low
Yes. Now, it certainly looked a lot like a giant robot, but trust us, that was an American helicopter.
That's actually a pretty good cover story. I can see that.
It's good enough, whatever.
Yeah.
Did Fluffy do this too?
And once again, I think it's presumed, Ida's the guy Ida's basically heading up the Sentinel program. He's the head of the Men in Black. He's probably the one who's getting all this sort of thing working.
Okay.
Fluffy.
To make sure that people don't know about,
reported in the helicopter crash.
the Sentinels, at least until, the actual gameplay stuff happens.
I see. So
Shut the fuck up, cat.
when I was looking at that, when I was saying Miro was saying, oh, it's the same as before, that might not be true. It might have been separate incidents that they were also covering up.
Yeah, he could have been referring to his own thing. I'm not entirely sure.
Because I feel like you can only do so many explosions before people really ask for a better cover story. Like if it was,
I mean, I don't. It shouldn't. The thing is, it shouldn't be having too many more Sentinels appear at this point in time. I think that the chance one's happening is yeah.
You think cats are some kind of little furry gods?
You're not a cat. We know this. Yeah, no shit.
There was a talking cat wandering.
Why did it take 50 minutes to address this whole thing?
Maybe I'm just a figment of your imagination.
You think? Oh my god.
Maybe there's no such thing as magic.
This game sometimes.
Yeah.
There's no good order to play it. And I know I'm looping right back into that, but still.
He's sufficiently advanced.
Here we go. Here's the Clark's
He's
Law. I knew
sufficiently
she was going to say it
advanced.
eventually.
Yep.
Magic.
There's the line.
Clark's 3 laws, huh?
She did it. She said the thing.
Guess there's no point in hiding it anymore. I'm a cat-like robot. From the
Cat-like
future.
robot from the future. Nope, that's a lie. You're human.
Also a lie.
I even gave you a secret
Oh
gadget.
yeah, the time machine's inside your
Time
desk
machines in your
drawer.
desk drawer. What a...
Wanna check out my 4-dimensional pocket?
Quit messing with me.
This game is so bad at levity sometimes. It's trying to make him like this sarcastic cat that's actually incredibly powerful, and it's just like, that doesn't sound like a sarcastic cat.
I said that you all wouldn't
I
have
mean,
to die.
it's like,
Tell me what you're really
I don't know.
Otherwise,
How can you say things that are intended to be ridiculous when everything else that has happened in this game so far? Can't be
I'll
sarcastic.
make an exception this time.
No, I think the cat can be sarcastic, but it has to be a little bit like,
The kind
it has to be cuter, I guess, if it's going to be sarcastic like this.
them for?
Like, it should be a funny cat who's saying sarcastic lines.
Hey, thank you, cat. I know.
survival.
I know it's a game.
I've
A visual
simply
novel,
readied
really.
the playing field.
Sympathy
Yes, by
rather
getting
than-
people to be the thing with the thing. Yeah, okay, there. Confirmed.
They'll have no
the
choice but
witch
to
is
take
a
their sentinels
fight.
into battle.
Then would I've been shooting them with
These
my-
nano machines, yeah. Oh man,
Back you up.
No, but it's
A
true.
magical spell. A happy ending for everyone.
I mean,
No,
you do
that's
kind
not
of,
the way it works.
you do kind of know that it's like you do need to get into the
Future's on
Sentinels,
the
right?
line.
Yeah, get into the.
Like the cat might be a jerk, but it's not.
Just here to watch it happen.
It is right that it's like you guys do need to use the Sentinels.
Yeah, I. It is weird that Fluffy's like coming back and just like, oh yeah, I'm just the observer. Like, no, you're actually making these events happen. You're forcing us to shoot.
Making a very active sort of
Yeah.
part of what's going on.
I'm just readying the playing field. No, you're training the army. You're literally, you're one of the most important people in the army, if that's what you're doing.
Using me for your own personal gain.
Yeah, but it's like why?
Bad guy, sure.
Oh, yeah, why?
I'm here to save the future.
Talking to me way
I mean, here to save the future, I suppose, is a good enough reason. That's true.
Save the future from the past.
anyway.
Why does it matter to you who I am? Yes, who are you, in fact?
Because you keep showing up in our story.
I've been looking for memories in that busted brain of his.
So yeah.
Like-
da, 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 da.
Like, what do you mean? Why are you so curious about? You're a talking cat, and you're clearly a product of technology. We need to know what.
This is the entire purpose of your character in this entire
If you
in the
told
story
us-
arc.
If you told us who you are, that would advance our lives.
Yeah, that would make it way too easy to understand what's going on, right?
Contract.
God, we can't have that.
Yeah.
I want you to shoot your friend.
Oh, holy Christ! Imagine if you understood what was happening in the story.
Yeah. Are the witches the people?
Imagine if there was an actual story going on and not just a series of loosely related blank puzzle pieces.
The witches are the people who are the they're the people who have been infected with the 426 thing.
No, the coded language he's using here, the curse seems to be the DD426. The witches just represent anybody who has nanomachines.
Okay. It's kind of like a
At least that seems to be where it's going.
post, like a transhuman.
Unless there's other dumb stuff happening in there.
Sleeping out here. You're gonna catch a cold.
Don't wake him up.
And the magic spell, when he refers to that, are the nanomachines. That's like there's your primer on cat language.
I'm fixing him.
This prank is starting to get on my nerves.
Why would I
Can't be
lie
part
about
of it
this?
anymore.
Because it's 13 Sentinels.
Yeah, no, I mean, like,
You don't need a reason to lie about stuff.
yeah, I know, it's really, like, weird, like, it seems like this is a very specific, if you're working on his memories,
To start
then,
accepting your
yeah,
reality.
I don't want you in the room.
Talking cats don't exist.
I mean, you would think that like brain surgery, especially being done by a cat, or well, something that's pretending to be a cat, would be difficult. But I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's that hard.
I know your wish. Hasn't
Is surgery actually that difficult, or is it just that there's a big penalty for making a mistake? Like,
perhaps.
I mean, I feel like as a game, is surgery extremely
Getting in a robot.
difficult, or what would be the standard there? Like, is it really easy to like, and is it just like this great PR where it's like, oh yeah, it takes you two hours to cut a wire and sew something back together? Is that really that difficult, or like should we be revering surgeons? Or
I gave you a
okay,
You know, at some point in time we should go play like Life and Death on the channel. That'd be fun.
what is that?
An attempt to like old DOS game, but an attempt at like doing realistic surgery where you need to go through like all the motions and like peel back the various layers of like epidermis and whatnot as you're cutting into the stomach and get them like clamped and everything. It's like it's surprisingly in depth. It would be a fun play.
Okay.
But also, like from what I understand, it's pretty fucking difficult
Okay.
What exactly are you?
because you really do go through like all of the steps.
I see.
It's no like a
You said you came from
trauma center or something where a lot of the stuff is expedited. It's like, no, you really do get in there.
Yeah, and I think a fun way to do that game is that if you forget to sanitize, then they get an infection and they die.
You heard that from Juro.
I think that might actually happen in that
It
game.
probably does, yeah. That would be surprising if it didn't, now that I'm saying it.
That's the Deimos code.
And that's the Deimos code. Have we heard about the Deimos code just yet? Oh man, I'm trying to even
Deimos
think.
is the name of the the kaiju movie. We know that.
Yes, the Deimos are the kaiju.
Okay.
Piloting Sentinels using gates. It's
And
only a
it,
fraction.
Can't remember if we've heard
so they're the one. They're
about.
the, is that
other
the
stuff.
thing that they were building in 1940s, or was that the Sentinel?
No, that was the Sentinels.
Okay.
And I don't even know if they were building them or if they were just storing them in there. And they told them that they built them.
You said it was a relic of an ancient civilization.
A relic of an ancient civilization,
Terribly old relic.
probably referring to the loop, I guess.
Millions of years ago.
Right? Something like that.
From that long
Because, you know, if the Deimos code...
could
Okay.
have still been aged.
Oh, man.
It's pretty crazy, right?
Once again, trying to, like, piece this together with the information we have is hard.
Say I do agree to this contract. How do I know you'll hold up your end of the deal?
Well, aren't you rude?
Okay.
Cats are free spirits, but they are not con artists.
You're not a cat. We've already established
This
this.
word is nothing
Yeah.
more than an
But, like... Once again, the cat does not seem to be evil. It's just, boy, is it frustrating.
This is sort of the
Right?
inverse Morgana.
Because the cat clearly knows what's going on.
What will I
And it's like the cat could give you so much more of an explanation as to what's happening here, but it won't.
Yeah, at least general idea. That would be nice. God.
Tetsuya Ida would probably be the person to explain stuff, but he won't. The cat won't. Mori Muro won't.
What happens after that?
These are all the characters that could give us a much... Okay. Deimos Code will call the kaiju. Actually, we did hear a little bit about that. You remember how it's like the nano machines are calling the kaiju? Juro, before he shot all those children, said that.
I think so. Probably not.
So there's connections.
Okay. So there's.
What does it mean? I don't know.
Can fix Juro, right?
Didn't you already say? Okay. Yeah.
I'm best.
Okay. This is so complicated.
I will accept
It's
your contract.
hey, well, I'll get into it eventually. But hey, along with like 426, DD 426,
Those are different things.
the Deimos Code is another one thrown in there. We also have like Robot Mira, Robot Kisaragi. The person that she was talking to on the TV. What else?
Whatever you want.
The robot. Wait, no, you already said the robot. Robot Miro.
Tamao.
Come out. Okay.
You saw me at
And Tamao and Robot Tamao.
Is
Like these are things to keep an eye on in this story.
yeah. What was the robot that killed Robot Miro?
original, are you?
The act-
Robot Mira?
the
Robot Mira was killed by Robot Tamao, who was being possessed by 426.
okay. And DD426 is different from 426. Is that right?
Yeah, that's maybe.
Okay. That helps me.
Like
not at
maybe the thing that's giving them amnesia is trying to rewrite their memories with 426 because that's also 426's consciousness.
And the cat is definitely a person.
Well, look at that.
The cat is definitely an existing character and not a fucking cat.
Okay.
I bet
The
he
cat is
likes
not a
attention.
cat.
Ce n'est pas un cat.
Okay.
Are you hungry?
There's a reference.
Yes.
Megumi,
Okay. Is there anything else that it's like we should be keeping an eye on?
I feel like we haven't talked in forever.
I feel like
God,
Raven
I don't even know. I guess everything about Tsukasa, who is kind of a weird, who has clearly has more going on than meets the eye.
You don't want to go with your friend?
Who we'll be seeing in Hijiyama's storyline next.
Friend too.
Oh,
Who else? Who else?
by the way, yeah, you're my best friend, and you would never shoot me with a gun.
Well, not you, but a robot duplicate of you. If you're not already a robot.
It was how unusually quiet your room was.
I like that they're just like making. I feel like there is a point where you have to shoot her in this scene, and
Alright.
this is
I'm sorry
like
for
they're
not
just trying to
doing
guilt
this.
you into making it like, oh yeah, you're my best friend. You would never shoot me.
Well, here's the thing. We already no, we saw her shoot Natsuno. That happened in Natsuno's storyline. Or did it?
I don't know. Maybe it was.
Fuck, I don't remember.
Maybe that was just a
Natsuno definitely
dream.
got shot with a
Where are you living now?
Natsuno definitely got shot with, or was that God,
Natsuno.
I can't remember.
Is Natsuno Glasses Girl or is that Tamao?
No, Natsuno's a girl without pants.
Oh, okay.
You have Morimura's permission for that, right?
God,
She I don't know if she gets.
I'm just trying to remember.
She definitely gets like her memory wiped or something in the bathroom.
No, but she got shot in the cheek with a nanomachine injector gun. But that wasn't by. Was that by Robot Tamao?
I think that was Robot Tamao.
Yeah, I think it was.
Or was it Robot to me? Is that who we're speaking to? It was Glasses Girl.
Tired of the Tsukasa bit.
It was. I'm not.
Come up with another one.
I'm not coming up with a bit. I'm accurately trying to describe what I'm seeing. Is this Tomi on the right?
Always be by his side.
Yes, that's Tomi Kisaragi.
Kisaragi. She was a robot, and she. No. She was the one who got shot. I think
I'll help any way
in
I can.
that scene in the bathroom.
No, she. Okay.
You can talk to me about it.
In the bathroom scene, I believe the way it played out was that
Colonel
while
Mustard.
Natsuno was hiding in one of the bathroom stalls, Kisaragi came in with the intent to shoot her with a nanomachine gun. Not Megumi for some reason. Then Robot Tamao came in, beat up Robot Kisaragi. Robot Kisaragi's consciousness, who is 426, then possessed Robot Tamao, who then shot Natsuno in the cheek.
To shoot Tomi.
So much like at the Copacabana, it really is a question of who shot who.
Wow.
That wasn't even a joke. That was actually like it was just a reference, but
Okay then.
just who shot who,
Wait. What now?
literally.
I changed my mind on the melon pan. Make it a chocolate.
But it's like Natsuno was definitely shot with the nanomachine gun. We saw her later with a bandage on her cheek where she was shot. Okay.
No,
I think that was Susanna.
egg sandwich and strawberry milk. And for Miwako, what's wrong?
So anyway, there's your catch up for.
I lost at rock paper scissors.
Now, does Tomi get shot at some point in time?
Man,
Everyone
I'm the
gets
one who
shot.
Suggested it too.
It's true.
Right.
It's like that. One song by.
Rainy Day Women, number 12 and number 35. Is what?
No, I was actually thinking of the rap band that are all like shots.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember who that was? What is their name? It's like Red Foo and Blue 2 or something. What's the actual name?
I don't remember. I vaguely remember this. It was like this is like years ago.
They're the party rock anthem guys.
This is how we do it. No, that's Montel Jordan.
That's not the same. You know, I have a phone here. I can just look this up.
Yeah, I please do because I am so lost, and I'm lost with this game,
Oh, whatever.
and
I'll get yours too.
I don't have a lot else going.
That is
for
the
me.
normal state of being with 13 Sentinels. Yeah, party rock anthem. Oh, by LMFAO.
Oh, right. Okay.
LMFAO. I thought the song "Shots" by LMFAO.
Trying to buy bread too, maybe?
Okay. I don't even remember what the original context was that you were bringing that up in, but
Because we said everybody's getting shot.
oh, okay.
So it's like the song LMFAO by Shots. No, the other way around.
Okay, because it's funny because when I said everybody must get shot, I was thinking of everybody must get stoned, which is obviously the Bob Dylan song "Rainy Day Women."
The Robert Dylan.
Robert Zimmerman actually, but
Robert Zimmerman Dylan.
yes,
Something for you too?
Dylan.
No,
The Zimmerman is in quotes.
you
But yeah.
Please keep that in mind. Okay, so Tommy's about to get shot with the nano machines. I guess this isn't robot Tommy. Or maybe it is, and the nanomachines are still... We don't know how nanomachines work. David, I don't want there to be some kind of precedent of blaming
hold on.
everything on nanomachines, even though this game makes it very hard to not do
The
that.
delinquent is eating a hot dog and not...
That's a yakisoba.
Yakisoba, okay. Because it looked like it was like a wound, and it was like a bleeding wound on his chest.
What?
Look,
Just hang on.
check the tape, go back and watch... No,
We can still see it. It's on the left side of the
I
screen.
know, and it looked like a wound that he was nursing.
What the fuck?
Listen, it was just a weird optical illusion, and I'm like, but that.
Oh yeah. Tomy is
he's
paired up with Nenji. I forgot about that. So Amaguchi paired. Oh yeah, Amaguchi's paired up with Yuki. Okay, there we go.
Amaguchi's paired up with Yuki. So A and U, okay, or A and Y.
A and Fuyusaka, Megumi, and Juro. Why am I missing anyone? I don't know if Goto gets anybody to be paired up with. After all, it is not an even number of Sentinels.
Yeah, that's something I was.
Yeah. Although Hijiyama gets paired up with Tsukasa,
okay,
who's also not a Sentinel pilot.
Okay. So we're making some progress and not just making things even more confused and not helping.
Yeah. I mean, that's the 13 Sentinels experience, a phrase I've said maybe, 5 times since we started the episode?
Uh-huh.
Hang on a sec.
Okay, here, let me just try and work this out in my brain. Let me sift through my own brain's memory mud. Anyone I'm missing? Anybody that I'm missing?
So Tony is paired up with... Oh, Tomy.
Oh, Natsuno. Natsuno is paired up with Mira.
Okay. And Tomy is paired up with Nenji?
Yes.
Okay. Or Kisaragi, yeah. Kisaragi, Nenji. Okay.
Tomy
I'm making
and
these
Ogata.
Connections, but it's gonna...
Is that right?
It's gonna be about...
What other are there any other connections? Did I miss anybody?
I'll call for help.
I got Hijiyama.
We must find the connectors.
A and Fuyusaka. No, we said that one already.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I think that's everybody.
Okay, so Goto is.
But those are the character pairings. In case you want to know, who your OTP is.
Okay, so Seek's pairing, because I think you've finished. So there's 6 pairs.
Yeah, I mean the 13 characters.
Okay, yes.
I guess that answers that.
13 divided by 2 is 6.